This is titled Possible Puzzle Piece Maybe. I'm all over it. Love it. When I get a title like that, it means somebody's wheels are turning. Beautiful. Hi, Steve. Been watching your channel for several years now, trying to put it all together as well. I don't know how to eloquently put it all together on paper, what is running through my head, but I'm going to try. This is the story of my average morning. I just have trouble getting it out of my mouth. I can help, but feel like the Sabe hair has I can't help but feel like the Sabe hair has something to do with their abilities. It was bugging me, so I went online to look up what I could find about hair. I remember when I was little watching Samson and Delilah on TV and how he lost all his strength when she cut his hair. That got me thinking. So here's what I found about hair and spiritual energy. And you also applied the link to where you got it. And it is spiritualenergytoday.com/hair-and-spiritual-energy/. Some believe that hair is a natural extension of our nervous system, balancing the electromagnetic field in our body. Our hair tips serve as an antenna that gathers energy from the universe. It also protects the top of our head, where our crown chakra is located, and lets us access the highest states of consciousness and be connected with the universe. Historically, Native Americans believed that hair length connects them to nature and the life force surrounding them. This was proven effective during the Vietnam War when the indigenous people were scouting lands. The natives with longer hair had better intuition and spiritual connection than those with haircuts. Yogi Bhajan believes that hair is one of the most valuable resources of human vital energy. Bhajan, Bhajan, was a yoga teacher, spiritual master, and entrepreneur who introduced Kundalini Yoga and Sikhism to the Americans. On the other hand, Sikhism is a spiritual practice that allows one's hair to grow naturally out of respect for God's creation. From the yogi perspective, hair is nature's gift that helps raise the Kundalini energy, creative life force within us. The power of hair increases vitality, intuition, and tranquility. Bhajan's teachings also state that your hair follicles produce essential nutrients when you let them attain their full length. This leads to a more efficient memory, greater strength, and improved stamina and patience. Certain faiths and cultural beliefs link weakness to cutting hair or short hair. It loses its receptiveness to energy and takes years to restore its ability to receive and send out energy. And think about our culture now. Cut your hair, shave your head, your face, shave your legs, shave everything. Men are shaving their chests now. Are we being unconsciously trained to take away our own receptive energy by cutting our hair? Do we still have a little of it left? This energy that comes from our hair? When your arm hair stands up and you get goosebumps, is that what's left of our energy from our hair trying to do its thing? Who knows? Were we supposed to have more abilities because of our hair? And thanks to, quote, vaccines, end quote, toxic foods and GMO crap, garbage in the air, and medicine. This is really poison. Have we broken our system, so to speak? Deactivated our abilities? Without a doubt. Without a doubt, we've deactivated our abilities. That's a for certain. Sorry, now I'm rambling. Oh, I've been guilty. Also, in the early years, people have known long hair's spiritual meaning. Enslaved people were punished by having their hair cut. The oppressors believed this act would make the enslaved people yield, taking away their energy and power. Just like the indigenous kids in the residential schools, right? The Mongol leader Genghis Khan ordered the people of China to cut their hair short. Genghis Emperor reckoned that the Chinese were intelligent people who would not let themselves be defeated. Thus, he had everyone cut their hair and have bangs to impede the development of their knowledge and intuition. There you go. And of course, like I said before, the story of Samson, the biblical figure mentioned in the book of Judges had long hair, giving him superhuman strength. Samson lost his power when Delilah cut his hair short while asleep. When the Sabe look at us with such hate, is it because we look like a dog with mange to them? We may appear sickly in their eyes, especially if we were meant to look more like them than us. I have 0 answers and 1,000 questions like the rest of the How to Hunt family, but this has been bugging me. And whether it's meaningful or not, I don't know. We're all brainstorming here, right? Anyway, thank you for hearing me out, and thank you for all the time you dedicate to all of us. It's important to many and appreciated by all of us. Thank you, Steve. Say my name. The non-believers don't bother me. Take care and God bless. Michelle Milano. Michelle, appreciate you. I appreciate you sending that in. And I believe you're not the first one to make note of or think about the hair connection, without a doubt. And I was aware, I've been aware of the hair thing for quite some time. Remember there's one, I forget what Native North American tribal men were brought into the American forces and used for their skills of being, they were noted you could not sneak up on them. Period. You couldn't sneak up on them at all, and they were used for reconnaissance, but when they entered the military, they cut their hair, and that was it. They were just like everybody else. They couldn't pull shit off, and you could sneak up on them. That's a noted, you probably Google that one up or whatever, right? But that's a noted account. Also, here's another one. Not really, maybe related, I don't know, but I know this one. And we were just talking about it while I was in Alabama. When you let a domestic pig, hairless pig, when they escape and go off into the woods, they slowly morph back into being fully covered in fur, or hair, fur I guess, whatever you want to call it. They're nasty, but they naturally morph back to having a full coat at once they run off into the woods. Interesting, right? And there's another thing that I noted. Once I became aware of the Native Americans, what happened to their natural skills once their hair was cut short, I noted that a lot of the military operators, North American operators overseas, they all have big, huge, mucky beards. All of them, eventually. And I take note of that myself, and who knows how much head hair they have, but I noticed that the majority of the operators all grow beards while being overseas. Now, do I think that has something to do with enhancing your skills? Absolutely. I don't think I even have to ask any of those operators what's up with the beards. I have a feeling that's why, directly, right? And then your mention of the hair standing up, the goosebumps, your hair goes on end. When shit's going down, what are we told us? Static electricity. I mean, typically before that. Obviously that has something to do with our sixth sense, our skills that we're not in tune with, without a doubt. Your hair on end, your hair goes on end over your entire body when some serious shit's going down. Why is that? Obviously there's a purpose, right? It's not just because, oh, you're scared. That's no answer. Why would your body expend energy to make all the hair rise on end for being scared? Doesn't make sense unless your hair is doing something, right? What else? I think that's about it. One more note on hair I can give firsthand is when I go into the mountains for a length of time, and we took notice with a friend of mine I was guiding, we did a 3-week backpack hunt on foot. Dropped off by bush planes once, twice. I think 2 times we were dropped off, picked up and dropped off at various remote locations. And at the end of the trip, I remember my buddy going, man, I am turning into a frickin' hairy monkey. And I'm like, what? And then I looked at myself, I'm like, holy shit. You visibly are getting hairier. After 3 weeks of being on a hunt in the middle of nowhere, I took note of that. It was ridiculous. I'm like, holy shit, I'm growing a frickin' sweater. Odd thing to note, right? But I noted I lived it firsthand. 3 weeks, middle of nowhere, relying on all of your natural senses and hunting, which is a natural activity, And bam, growing a sweater of body hair. What's up with that? Odd, right? Definitely something to look into. Definitely, without a doubt, has something to do with what we have had suppressed of our natural abilities, without a doubt.